and discourage them from dropping it. On January 2, 2013, the Treasury Department announced it was delaying for 1 year the ACA employer and insurer reporting requirements. Treasury had heard from businesses this morning, and I think we have heard this morning that they needed more time to comply. Because it's impractical to implement the mandate without the reporting, enforcement was delayed until 2015. This decision raises 4 issues. First, was it legal? The ACA's employer responsibility provisions do have an effective date of January 1, 2014. The reporting requirements, however, apply, quote, at such time as the Secretary may prescribe. Also, the ACA requires the IRS to assess and collect penalties in the same manner as penalties under Chapter 68 of the Internal Revenue Code, and the IRS frequently abates Chapter 68 penalties. The IRS claims authority under Section 7805 and points to a long history of both Republican and Democratic administrations delaying implementation of tax provisions when time and resource constraints have made immediate implementation impractical. A second question is whether delay jeopardizes the implementation of the ACA requirements, of other ACA requirements, particularly provisions dealing with eligibility for premium tax credits. The law was never intended exchanges were never intended to rely on insurer and employer reports, which are supplied long after tax credits are granted, to determine an applicant's employer coverage. In a final rule released last Friday, the administration set out a system for gathering and verifying information needed to determine individual eligibility. It's described in my written testimony. I'd be happy to